Yo, what is good, guys? This is your boy Blank back here today. Here in this video, we are back. Resident Evil 4 Part 9 in the series. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. If you are, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe, like, share, and just show my videos to anybody that you know that likes Resident Evil 4, or to anybody that you know that likes some of my other content like Call of Duty. And now, before I get in my topic of this video, I wanted to first say and give you guys a little bit of a heads up. There's going to be a video on October 3rd, where I basically just talk about what videos I have going on for the month. So yeah, now let's get into what I want to talk about for the remainder of this video. Obviously, all of us as kids, I believe, do stupid things. Some stupider than others, but just sometimes you look back on it and you're like, no, that wasn't really all that smart. I don't know even why I did that. So I'm going to share two stories with you here today and have a little bit of a laugh and kind of how stupid I was as a kid and kind of reminisce on old times. So let's get into my first story. I still to this very day, I can't really necessarily say I'm much of a people person. I just don't like people. I can't give you necessarily a specific reason why. I just don't like people. I'm not much of a talker. I especially didn't like talking as a kid. When I was like, this was around the time I was 6 or 7 years old. Like, this was either on New Year's Eve or Halloween, somewhere around that time frame. My parents, as you would expect, you know, they don't want to leave a 6 to 7 year old by himself in a house with no real like time frame of when they're coming back, especially if they're only out for like 3 to 4 hours. So they gave me a babysitter, and one of the ways I like to sort of joke, I'll mess with the babysitter a little bit, was I like to make her think I was choking on something. I would hold up my hands to my throat, making a little bit of a coughing, making her think I was choking. I done that numerous times, and eventually you could say karma kind of caught up with me and taught me a little bit of a lesson, made me reflect. So I'm there one day sitting on the couch, and I'm eating one of my favorite snacks, pistachio nuts, and I end up eating one of the pistachio nuts. I end up going down the wrong pipe and end up choking on it, and I try to obviously cough back up, but I can't. So after like maybe 10 or 20 seconds of trying to get back up, but I can't, I end up stumbling my way into the bedroom because my babysitter was in there watching, I believe it was TV, or he was talking with her friend on the phone. I have to go in there, my face probably slightly red, making a gesture like I'm choking. She thinks I'm messing with her, obviously, as you would imagine. And I can't convince her that I'm actually genuinely choking. After like 30 to 40 seconds of trying to convince her, she's not buying it. I don't remember how I did it, but I somehow managed to get it out myself. I ended up laying there on the floor, propping myself up against the wall. And I'm like, you know what? That was just kind of stupid. You know what? Maybe I'm going to just maybe not choose that specific way of joking and messing with the babysitter, because that almost killed me. Or at the very least, made me have to go to the hospital to get this thing out of my throat. So, that's the story number one. The second story is of a time where being lazy kind of got me hurt, and I could have honestly avoided it had I just chose a different pair of shoes. So, there was one day at a pool, I met this person that I would call a friend at the time, but now looking back on it, he really wasn't much of a friend, and I didn't even like the guy, especially back then. He would do stupid stuff like, he would try to, I felt like he was trying to drown me. I don't know if he was, or if he was just messing with me and trying to have fun. But I felt like he was trying to actually genuinely drown me. He would hold my head underwater for as long as he could, and his two other friends would do that as well. And I told him multiple times to knock that off. And I don't ever recall telling him where my house was or showing him, but I guess maybe he might have heard of it from my mother and she might have told him. But one day he comes to my house like a couple months after meeting him at the pool. I vaguely remember him, but I not everything about what he did at the time or why I didn't like him too much. So he's like, "Hey, would you like to come out to the park where you met me at?" I'm like, "Alright, give me 2 or 3 minutes to slip on my Crocs. I'll be out there with you." Get on my Crocs. We go out there to the park. We're out on this trail. I think it was like leading to his house or somewhere he wanted to bring me to. I don't remember exactly, but we go out there. I'm not paying attention to the ground. We're sitting there. We're talking, me and him, and I ended up stepping on a piece of glass. It goes through my right big toe, and I sit there holding my right foot, and I'm like, did I step on something? Did I break something? Did something bite me? What happened? I sit there, take off the Croc, laying on the ground, and like, oh, there's a pretty decent chunk of glass. And this dude now also, the person I called a friend at the time, now sees it, and this dude bolts. He is gone. I sit there 2 or 3 minutes wondering if he's going to come back. He never came back. Spoiler alert. I'm like, I'm going to have to hobble my way back up to my house because there's a hill before you get to my house. So I don't unintentionally, jam the piece of glass in my foot in any further. I make it to my house, thankfully enough, and I end up getting this piece of glass out. I can't remember if I ended up getting help from my mom or I ended up pulling it out myself, but I ended up managed to get it out, thankfully enough. But hopefully you guys enjoyed these short little stories here today. And I'm out of here, guys. Peace. Have yourselves a good one.